the people
Hello
never
guys,
happy.
and
It's
welcome
never
to
enough.
Broadcast. And welcome to Jimmy Gaming.
I'm not
I'm gonna record. I'm coming back. This is my comeback.
Are you saying that advance would
Not
cure
really, but
death?
Jog off.
I'm playing not for Broadcast.
We're still vassals, slaves, we're just in prettier cages.
Oh my
Bye.
goodness. We're only
Let's
getting...
continue our hours that I just started and then left to record. Like right away. Nothing. Loading screens can be skipped by inventing a time machine.
Okay, they're over, so we haven't got long now till the broadcast. Right, quickly, mate, look down under the desk.
Sure.
You can see a load of videotapes on the left. They're your adverts. Pick any three and load them into the machines on the right. When you've done that, look up to the front again.
Thanks, sir.
Right, the tapes are loaded and we're all ready for when we get to the first ad break. That's great. Any second now, you should
I
be
mean,
getting a
this
signal
sounds
through from the
fun.
studio. Stay on your toes, mate.
Not
It's
important.
election night, so all eyes
really
are on this
important
room.
that much.
We do not want to get fired.
At 9 p.m, sit back and relax with multiple award-winning
Your
movies.
sensor, you're.
When you get the signal, select screen 1 with the vision
Yes,
mixer
I
and we're
want
ready to
screen.
go.
Corn and mayonnaise?
You know, seafood makes me go out in costumes.
Yeah, I thought it might increase our viewing figures.
Every day. You offer me prawns every day.
10 seconds, everybody. That's how I show love.
You're trying to kill me.
And yet you persist, going in 5, 4.
But now, it's time to join Jeremy Donaldson.
Good evening. I'm Jeremy Donaldson. Good evening. Our main stories tonight.
Okay.
Yeah, what's up, Jeremy?
Next is going to be to throw the news titles on screen
Please.
2. There'll be a countdown, but I'll count you in as well. Just relax, mate. It's all gravy.
Honest Andy's totally independent and corners the flowered market. Top chat. Sports fans everywhere celebrate as popular
Sports
footballer
fans.
Johnny Hamsleys wins Sports Personality of the Year.
yeah, good
And a
job.
spoonful of sugar. Megan will be chatting with movie star Lawrence Blunderclatch about his new movie, The Medicated. And, of course, we'll be going live to Advance headquarters to hear what the leaders of this fledgling party have to say on their historic...
Right. Button 2 in 3, 2, 1. Lovely, mate. Next thing is to throw back to Jeremy with button 1 when
Look at
that
him, he's
globe
getting
in the
makeup
middle
on.
shrinks down and vanishes.
This is viewer bar. Read good, bad, red badge. Go up is good.
Here it comes. Switch to screen 1. Lovely, mate.
But first, the votes are in and it's a decisive win for Advance.
We often get a bit of interference around this time, mate. Keep your eye on the machine at the
Get
bottom
Advance.
right. Use that slider that's flashing or your scroll wheel to move the wave
I
up
want to see
and
the
down,
world as well.
keeping the green bit
Already.
in the white bit.
But critics have accused it
Beeping.
of a severe lack of
Alarm.
actual policies and of being deliberately vague. The opposition parties have all conceded defeat to Advance's overwhelming mandate,
just get
but
the
has yet to
signal.
appear publicly.
Put
However,
a signal.
former Home Secretary Jeff...
Right, it's going well. All you've got to do now is play the advert at the end of the segment. Make sure you don't play it too early or we'll all
Cake
get
sale.
fired. Now the
Stop
clock at the top is counting you down to the advert. When it reaches 0, press one of the 3 play ad buttons over there at the bottom right. I normally play the first one at the first break and so on, but you can play them in any order you want. I'll count you into it as well, but keep your eye on the clock.
The co-leader's acceptance speech.
And 3, 2, 1, advert.
1 minute back, everybody.
Jeremy, I need you to fill after the ads.
What? Why?
Banker Snatch is running late. I thought I'd ask him about the election.
Personally, I
You
wouldn't
guys
try to
just
confuse
watch
you with
that.
That's just...
Well, we're not sure, but
I
here
thought that
is
was
some
our little
broccoli on the
secret.
tape. We've got a big hill and the
remember
bus comes
anything
twice
like
daily.
I'm deeply uncomfortable with your
So
burgeoning
nice.
Probably this summer, and experience a holiday
Picture,
will simply
picture. Oh, A plus, I
Made it to
pass.
the first ad break. You're doing great, mate. But this is where it starts getting a bit trickier. This next sequence is what we call a
Come visit
multi-cam
the
sequence,
abandoned
because you're going to be
space
cut in
lab.
between multiple cameras to keep things interesting. A lot of it's down to personal taste, but here's 3 good rules of thumb. 1. Try and keep the shot on whoever is doing the talking. 2. Don't stay on the same shot for too long, 10 seconds at the most. So if you're on the person who's talking, try and throw in the odd reaction shot or pull out to the wide shot for a bit just to keep it interesting. 3. don't stay on reaction shots for too long. A couple of seconds is usually enough. Then the audience want to see who's doing the talking. Yeah? Stick to these rules and you'll be fine. It's not as complicated as it sounds. You've seen programs on television, haven't you? Make it look like those. Might as well get screen 1 selected now. No need to wait for the broadcast to start. Try and stay ahead, mate.
Isn't it time your family went on your way? And hey, if you come in the dry season, we've got a car park.
Oh, thank you so much.
On the tank.
10 seconds, everybody. Going in 5, 4, 3.
I'm just checking.
Welcome back to the National Nightly News. Welcome back to the National hearing from shock election winners Advance. But first,
Get ready to go to Megan on screen 4.
is here with a star of both stage and screen. Megan?
Thank you, Jeremy. Megan Wolf, culture correspondent. And today I have a guest who starred in everything from Shakespeare
Right,
to
go to Blunderclatch on screen 3 when she says his name.
by none other than Lawrence Blunderclatch. Thank you so much for coming on.
Oh, my dear, I do hope you believe me when I tell you. I do hope that being with you here today is a
Switch to 2 for the wide now.
May I say, having you here with us is among ours.
Right, now just try and stay on whoever's talking.
Latest movie, which is called The Medicated.
The Medicated, yes.
Wow, what was that like?
Well, as I said to Peter at the
No, stop.
Peter Jensen, the director.
Give us a look at Megan's reaction.
He's a wonderful chap, he really is.
Lovely. Now back to Thunder Twat.
Several movies, all terribly successful. I said to Peter, what a wild ride this has been. And you know what, Megan? I really meant
What a
that.
wild ride this has been.
That is fantastic. And am I right in saying that the character you play in this movie is quite an academic one?
Absolutely right. A scientist.
Was that a challenge at all?
What exactly are you implying?
Oh my god, stop!
But seriously, yes, you're right. It was a complete departure from my last starring role when I played Sergeant Brock Rockman in Bullet Man. You'll remember that was the true story.
Been on that show a bit long.
Soldiers fight for a love that surpasses all. A love, of course, for freedom. A love, of course. I think it's grossed over $1 billion, but obviously who's counting?
It's a role that saw you scoop 2 Best Actor awards, if I remember correctly.
It's so sweet of you to mention it, but I really am not
I'm
in
just
it
looking
for
at the
the
lights, to
awards.
be honest.
Although those 3 little statues do take pride of place on my mantelpiece.
With all the others, I'm sure. So, if you're not doing it for the awards, what is it then that drives you?
That is a beautiful question, Megan, and not easy to answer. Like you, I'm afraid. Cut me, and I will bleed. And often, that's how it feels.
You
Doesn't
know,
it?
bleeding
Doesn't it?
sucks.
Bleeding, doesn't it? Giving.
You know, hold on. It's kinda. Let me just like pump it up to. Yeah, 78. Could be that.
Suffering for one's audience. Suffering for one's audience. I suppose in the end, I do it for the difference it makes. I do it for the people that I inspire. The little people. But most of all, I think I do it for the positive change that I can bring about in the world.
And today, of course, we're in for some real change, it looks like, in the coming few months. What do you make of this historic election result?
Oh, well. Well, now you're asking. Historic election result. Indeed. Historic is the word. Well, it's difficult, isn't it? Very difficult. I think I've always been quite clear that when it comes to politics, that one should always strive to not fuck things up.
Shit, he swore. Oh, well, don't worry, he won't do it again. Shit, he did it again. Okay, don't panic. I'll explain how to deal with swearing at the break.
Which
I
opens
use the
next
sensor.
week
Right,
around
they've
the
swapped the
country.
shot of Jeremy on screen 1 for a VT of the movie clip. You'll get a countdown on the screen, but I'll just let Megan cue you in.
My character, Dr. Lance Hemlock, is faced with a decision that could affect humanity's very survival.
Exciting stuff. Let's take a look. Exciting stuff.
Cool, looks like Blunderclatch is losing it in the studio, but we ain't got time for that. There's more interference coming. It's a bit trickier this time, mate. Use that little flashing joystick to the left of the knob, or hold down your middle mouse or Alt on your keyboard, and And as the frequency changes, match it to the white bit by dragging right.
You think I don't know that?
Now we're going to squash the frequency back by dragging left.
Nolans mustn't. Think of Carol.
That's Dr. Lance to you, Miss Flanagan. Miss Flanagan.
Jubbly, mate.
For you, baby.
Next, we're going to change the amplitude. Same as last time. Little joystick or hold Alt or middle mouse, and this time push upwards. Upwards, mate. Upwards.
But I didn't listen.
Doctor,
I'm drowning, Lance, you said.
I need to see this.
Right, now let's match it back by going downwards.
The virus. The sterility. This formula. This is the key. Yes.
Bloody perfect, mate.
There we go.
We have to ask ourselves.
At the end of the clip, you'll want to play another ad. Remember to use the clock at the top to count you in.
Oh yeah. Clock. You have to pay attention to the way the ad.
Right, I guess I better explain how to deal with bleeping out swear words. As you've probably noticed, the broadcast screen
Alan
here
James.
is about 2 seconds behind the master screen here. When someone says a naughty word, the bleep button lights up, like this. 2 seconds later, you'll hear that swear word going out on the broadcast, and you need to hold down the bleep button or the spacebar on your keyboard for as long as the swear word lasts. It can take a bit of practice getting used to hearing 2 things at once. Just stay calm and you'll get it. And if you can't tell when to bleep, just above the button, you'll literally be able to see the sound scrolling by. All you've got to do is hold it down while the red bit is over the red line. Simple. Of course, if you do it by eye, you'll have to take your eye off the screens. That's why real professionals do it by ear. Most people like to have the volume of the broadcast screen a little bit below the master screen. Let's set it now.
Now, Alan James, author of Alan James's Right.
Mate, if you don't turn up the broadcast volume, you won't be able to time your bleeps. Good. You're set to start censoring. Like I say, it takes a little practice, but I'll try and help you through it, and soon we'll have you bleeping like a pro. Remember, button lights up, count 1, 2, and hold it down. Remember to select screen 1 now that you've got the feed. Don't wait for the broadcast to go live. That's too late. You can use the number buttons on your keyboard, 1 to 4.
Seriously, we've had worse.
5, 4, 3.
Welcome back. And I'm told we can now go live to Advance Headquarters, where the 2 leaders, Peter Clement and Julia Salisbury, are about to make their acceptance address.
Oh shit, he's pissed.
Shall I start?
Go for it, Pat.
Shall I start? Okay. Well, thank you all for coming. And, well, where do I start? What a day.
They said we couldn't do it.
They certainly did.
They used every dirty, low-down, lying southern bastard trick they had against us. But you, the people, you saw right through their shite.
I'm sorry about the language there.
Sorry about that. I've had a couple of celebratory pints. It makes me coarser than a granny's fanny.
Memorably put. But to be honest, who can blame Peter for celebrating? Throughout the campaign, you've heard us say that Advance are not a political party. A party is what you have when things are going well. When the country is suffering, you don't need a party. You need a team. A team that can change things. But today is day 1 of a new future. A better,
I'm just
fairer
looking at the
future.
sensor and
So perhaps we should all be celebrating.
Except for the rich. For them, the party's over. They shouldn't be celebrating. They should be putting their shitting pants on and opening their dusty checkbooks.
Again, colourfully put, but not inaccurate. Before we came out here to address the nation, we used our executive powers to pass the Assets and Wealth Act. Working with the tax office, we have produced a definitive list of every person in the country with wealth into the millions.
You know the sort of... Probably you rather you don't. Because the likes of you and me are not welcome in their gated communities.
Tomorrow, we will be introducing a sweeping reform of the tax system in this country. No more hiding wealth offshore, no more trust funds or creative accounting. A simpler, fairer, unavoidable theft and tax laws.
So, all you bastard public school snobs have got nowhere to hide. And earlier today, we revoked your passports. You want them back? You want to leave like you threatened before the election? That's fine. But first, you're going to pay up. You're going to pay back.
Advance are going to turn this country from a nation of warring individuals into a team. To properly fund health and education. To raise the living standards of us all.
The pundits said we'd have to raise billions. But you'll see when we've reclaimed what's ours, that's absolute ferret shite. So to you posh twats.
The people who pay you a pittance to serve them drinks in their private clubs. The people whose children you raise.
So they've got time to get even fucking richer.
Advance have this to say to you.
It ends today.
We are coming for your sports cars and your mansions and your vineyards.
It ends today.
We will put the wealth of this country back where it should have always been, in the hands of the people who created it.
It ends today.
Yes, it ends today. And tomorrow, we'll start making it fair again, just like we promised we would.
And until then, ladies and gents, I suggest we all get pissed.
I can't argue with that. Thank you for your time.
Well, an interesting acceptance speech there from the leaders of Advance. And our apologies for the freaky language. Hopefully we've got that blinked out for you in time. If not, someone's going to be in trouble. So, as the country braces itself for new government, that's all from us this evening at the National Nightly News. We'll be back tomorrow with full coverage of the first day under Advance. I'm Jeremy Dawson. Have a peaceful night.
Right, looks like you've got it now. Thanks for real, mate. I've got to go. Ferry's about to leave. Probably won't be coming back. Job's yours, mate. Good luck.
Same old boring politics then.
Is this some weird fever dream? Am I dying now or something?
You should be so lucky. I'll see you tomorrow night.
You're not coming for a drink?
Nope, got a date.
Lucky you. Try not to get murdered.
When the programme's finished, you'll get a broadcast report. It's 3 pages. This first page shows you how well the broadcast went. Each sequence and an overall grade. Remember, grades mean bonuses, and they keep the boss happy. If you want to know more about how it went, select more info. If not, select continue to move to the next page. Right, this is an optional section for when you really want to understand what happened during the show. You've got Graft here showing you what the audience did.
Everything's so perfect.
And of course you can really drill into the details if you want to get better at making TV. I never came here, never once. Right, this is the important page. It tells you how much you're going to get paid and how much wealth you have overall. That bollocks at the bottom shows you the financial state of our main advertisers. But you don't own any fucking shares. You're a cleaner, for God's sake, so why would you care?
A small bonus, baby.
This is the last page, and it tells you the state of the world, tells you how well the government's doing, and down the bottom there, this one's important, tells you what Channel 1 currently thinks of you.
These two
are
important, bro.
What the boss thinks.
What government is doing has to be good, bro.
This is where you can have a quick look back at what you've done and how it looked to the public.
Okay,
There's 3 sections, broadcast rushes
please.
and adverts.
See
Let's
my
start
beautiful
with broadcast.
artwork.
Click on it now. Over on the left,
Wait,
that's all
since
the
when do I
broadcasts that
get...
you've done. Click on any one of them and hit load tape. Once it's finished loading, you can use the rewind and the fast forward at the bottom there to help you get to the bit you want to see.
Let's take a look at what's coming up later on tonight.
Shut up. Yeah, quotation, e-scrunching, award-winning, the shape of now.
controversy. A spoonful of sugar. Meghan will be chatting with movie stars.
Yeah, sorry. I just got distracted.
Right, click on rushes and let's have a look at those. Right, this is the rushes room. It's pretty simple. The 4 screens you can see, they're going to show you the 4 signals you got from the studio during the actual broadcast. The difference is you can mute any combination of them so you can have a listen
Where
to the
did I
stuff
get
you weren't
VHS
allowed to
tapes
show.
of the entire
Select the
broadcast?
broadcast and give it a go. And when you're done listening to the backstage secrets,
Oh, backstage? I don't know. No, wait, I don't want to. No, I don't want to see them. I got a viewership.
I'm Alan James. This is not a movie. This is not some child's tale. This is not a dream. This is reality. This is the story of you and how you're stupid and asleep. It's about how you were promised the Elysian Fields.
Yeah.
I'm Alan James. This is not a movie. This is not some child's tale. This is not a dream.
Yeah, no. I don't want Adam James on my torso, by the way. He has a shirt on that. He's just saying, wake up. Just in a cool way. Respect. Day 2, day 3. Oh, no way. We skipped a day. Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry. You arrive home to find post on the map. Most being nothing more than a usual junk. One letter, however, catches your eye. The team wants to know you. Curiosity gets the better of you when you open it. Dude, this song is fun! Sorry. It's a form from the new advance government asking for all information on citizens. All citizens. After also, you know, the broadcast one. The first page is filled in already. Name, Alex Winston. Spouse, Sam Winston. Am I a woman or am I a man? I think I'm a man, I don't know. Don't ask me. Oh, children, Charles Winston. 14, Susie Winston. 19. Oh, answer the questionnaire. Right. Sorry guys. Be friendly. Introduce yourself to your co-workers. Yes. Camilla, your colleague in a different department. Taking home confidential information. File of minor importance. Reported, brother. Time was the entire department was fired. I forgot to sit under the forest. Bosses put a new place on. Something very high and pretty. Can stay late, leave work on time. Just like, hey, you'll see, I guess. Stay late, just work harder. Leave early, leave work early and head to the pub. You know, that's just. You're gonna look like this guy. We shouldn't hire him. He's just gonna leave work. Leave work on time. Jeez. It's in your company barbecue and your family have been invited. actually. Happy. I'm kind of happy. Free. Just live free. Just stay in your home, man. That's freedom. Stay safe, bro. Sign my name. Alan Winston. In hand signature. Yo, 3 days later. A family matter, baby. Family matter. Some of the kids haven't gone to bed. I'm just drying up a favorite coffee cup for a worn-out souvenir of your first trip together. The prince faded out with goofy face makes you still smile. Then got clutching a guardian eye neon green suitcases. Chris, Sam's sibling. As soon as I let them in, how do you have a gaudy neon green suitcase? They would be like, huh? Alien? Yeah, as soon as it visibly stressed. Sorry for busting in so late, Alex. Chris stamps. But I made a favor. You're the only one I can ask. No problem. Are you okay? Should I get Sam? No need to worry about it. It's you I came to see. I just need 2 minutes. You heard about the Assets and Wealth Act? I literally work in the news, Chris. Chris Fix banged the table. It's total. They're taking whatever they want and distributing it as. Oh, that's cool. I just saw the suitcase, man. It's distributing it as they see fit. No government should have that kind of power. I can't believe they're actually getting away with it. Madness, which is why I need your help. What is it exactly that mean? I seem to be resting comfortably on the floor times. Look, I know it's a lot to ask, but I need to borrow your passport. My passport? What for? You're taking mine and the blood and the half of the bloody country is, but the people say they say you and I look similar, so just spacing out. I need to leave before it's too late. Once I'm out, me and my money will be safe. But I need to go now before they freeze my accounts. Please, Alex. Wouldn't ask that if I had any other choice. Okay. It's like, I'm gonna give. Chris is downstairs and leaving the country. Let me my passport. I'll climb the stairs to your bedroom. Careful not to wake Sam, who's a cocoon, and the duvet. As you open a wardrobe alongside the table, repeat the passport with a sleepy voice breaks the silence. Alex, what's going on? Chris is downstairs and leaving the country. Sam sits at Boulder. What? They're leaving the country? Things are really bad. The worry lines of thank you. But I have to look out for family and all my little Chrissy. Probably on one of reaction. Exactly. Just take this downstairs and I'll be up to bed. So have you got it? Yes, here. Good luck with everything. Then jump as soon as you re-enter the kitchen. Because it's safe and head back downstairs to find Chris so they will fidget. Yes, here. For the first time, Chris sparks infectious. Thanks, I really appreciate this. I'll get back in touch as soon as I'm safely out of the country. Take his passport and leave silent relief. That's a night on, threw his own suitcase and heads out into the night. Yeah, whatever. Day 9. Day 8, no way. 2 days. And turn off subtitles at any time from the pod menu. So guys, how are you? While we're waiting on this loading screen. I'm not gonna cut this, because, why not? I want to. I got new button.
Alright mate, it's Dave. Oh Christ, it's noisy in here, Jesus. Right, hang on, let me to get out some flags, darling. Yeah, I'll take that one with me. Cheers. Right. Oh, that's better. Let's get set up and get on with it, eh? So I can get back to my guests. First of all, let's get the power on. You need to get at least the bottom 4 plugs on. Right, let's load up the adverts.
Okay.
You might want to have a bit of a think about it. Your decisions have consequences, don't they?
Should we play this? Is this toy safe? Mr. Snuggle. Hugs. If you're gonna give me that, I am not gonna go it because I am not gonna take the risk. And Alan James. Again, he's gonna be last. I'm not gonna play Mr. Snuggle.
Right, you can see they finally got the old headline system up and working again. And the Vision Mixer's already in headline mode.
I don't care.
Headlines always come at the start.
It's in the future,
really
but
simple, mate.
we should
These
have
2
advertised. I
buttons
don't
at
care.
the bottom of the Vision Mixer, you can see they now have A and B on them. And they're to help you pick image A on the left bottom screen here, or image B on the right bottom screen here. It's really simple. This little clock here will count down the number of seconds you have to make your decision. Provided you make a decision in that time, you're fine. And you can change your mind as much as you want until the clock reaches 0. But if you don't make any decision, you'll be fired before you even get to make another choice.
30 seconds.
I just want to say
30 seconds,
thing,
please.
The pictures you choose to show of these people, well, that's how the public is going to perceive them, and that's going to affect their lives. So like with the adverts, choose carefully.
No,
affect the
Good luck, mate. If I get time, I'll call you back in the next break. Yeah, I'm coming, darling.
As he just said,
Is this charity because dogs have their own secret language?
Yeah, the one that mistrusts the moon. 10 seconds, everybody.
Not the best source of consumer advice.
I'm happy that I did.
Don't when it explodes, going in 5, 4, 3.
I want to be a safe boy.
Good evening, I'm Jeremy Dawson. Our main headlines tonight. Destination unknown. At the end of Advance's first full week in office, we ask exactly who's leading this charge. Tonight, I'll be discussing what the new future may hold with a leading economist and radical free thinker. With the Assets and Wealth Act on the brink of raising living standards for the vast majority of the country, I'll be asking my guests if we're on the way to a new future. If we're on the way out with the old Remington Smith have appointed Sophia Remington as their new CEO. The following photo, taken from our archive, gives us a sense of this influential young father at the tender age of 23 becomes the youngest female CEO in history. Sophia Remington has always impressed. She was top of her class at university and graduated with the highest honours, immediately being asked back to lecture. The markets have responded favourably to Sophia's impression. The stock's rising 30 points in light of the announcement. In her first press conference this afternoon, Sophia announced a children's toy named Mr. Snugglehouse. Sophia promises it will be all the rage this Christmas, but concerns have been raised about the product's safety, making a splash. Intrepid scientist Dr. David Wong and marine biologist Ingrid Swarsborg and Horgensford have today set off to explore Dante's taint. The recently discovered cave system was previously thought unreachable, but thanks to a new breakthrough in underwater flower technology, the pair hope to successfully reach the imposing central cavern and the undiscovered plant species it contains. This is, of course, only the latest in a series of successful expeditions for this unlikely pairing. In a joint statement about the dangers their team might face, the pair stated, "We will face the plentiful challenges together, like we always have." Playing the field, rumours abound that sporting legend Johnny Hamsleeves is snapped leaving Bush, one of the capital's hottest clubs. The footballer was caught while out celebrating being named Sports Personality of the Year last week, as reported by this very programme. And judging from the angle and velocity of that spray, it looks like Johnny may have been celebrating a little bit too much. I certainly wouldn't want to be his dry cleaner. And grievous bodily charm. With advance promising a radical new position on crime, how afraid should we actually be? I'll be going live around the country to talk with people who've seen the criminal justice system from every angle, with more and more powers passing to the police, and less oversight. Are we using an advanced-shaped sledgehammer to crack a nut? all that, and Megan Moore with a group of young actors are already experiencing the positive side of the new Assets and Wealth Act firsthand. They'll be talking and performing later. That's all coming up on tonight's National Nightly News.
Hold on. So he's back happening backstage. You can tell me in the comments what happens backstage, but I don't care really. I don't have the time to care. Oh look, it's Alan James. It's on the news. Stop. I have. What do I do?
In the wake of the government's swift enactment of the Assets and Wealth Act, we're talking about Advance's first week in office and what the new future holds. Joining me are Katie Brightman, a leading economist, and Alan James, author of Alan James is Right, The Free Man's Guide to Waking Up. Alan, the government certainly haven't dragged their heels on delivering some of the legislation they promised. But what does the Wealth Act mean for us?
Nothing, Jeremy. We're still vassal slaves, we're just in prettier cages.
A confident dismissal there. Katie Brightman, do you agree?
I'm afraid I don't, no. I think that Advance have realised that the current economic system of unlimited, unending growth is untenable, so they're changing things up.
There I agree with you. They're moving to the next steps in the grand plan.
Grand plan, Alan.
It's all in my book. Alan James is right, Jeremy. We're to become the great herd. Ignorant, sterile, and short-lived. That's what they want.
Or perhaps Advance have just realised that if we carry on the way we are, we will destroy ourselves and this planet in a mad orgy of consumption, if you'll excuse the colourful metaphor.
Yes, orgy is the right word. Only it'll be the overlords having an orgy on our poor broken backs. It's all in my book. Alan James is...
Shamelessly self-promoting. Katie, how do you think the rest of the world will respond to this new approach?
I think they're watching carefully. Advance are the most destructive threats that the world powers have faced since the last Great War.
Yes, Katie's right. War is inevitable.
Thank you, but that isn't.
And this will not be a war like we've ever seen before. We're talking millions of deaths. We're talking high-tech weapons that can level entire cities. We're talking...
Out of the wrong orifices?
Mock me all you like, Jeremy, but when they murder your parents and they poison your food and they take you away to their camps for hypno-brainwashing, we'll be laughing then.
That might be a great way to sell books, Alan, but you know full well that isn't going to happen in a democracy.
Democracy is dead.
Yes, Advance are radical, and change is always frightening, but the truth is that the Wealth and Assets Act has made more than 90% of the population wealthier and is on target to produce a permanent end to poverty.
Bollocks! What this young lady doesn't understand, Jeremy, is that these are the same people.
Hold on, I'm gonna check how long I've been recording.
Maybe they've rebranded, but it's all a little circus act to keep us from seeing the tyrant behind the curtain.
That's where you're wrong, Alan. For a start, they've mobilised the youth vote like we've never seen before.
You say mobilise, I call it grooming. The grooming of an entire generation to walk happily into eternal bondage. They're like psychic paedophiles.
But based on the facts. Katie, what are your predictions?
The Assets and Wealth Act is only the first step. Advance now have a historic budgetary surplus, and as well as properly funding our public services, they're already funneling unprecedented amounts into scientific research and the arts.
Or, as I call them in my book, Frankenscience and opiates. Like opiates, see?
Can we get back to the issue at hand, please, Alan?
This is the issue. It's all coming from the water, the chemicals, they're pumping it full of belief juice.
Don't get me wrong, I want to see these changes, but only if they're sustainable. If Advance lose their power after spending GDP on dismantling infrastructure, that could be catastrophic.
The catastrophe is that they're succeeding. They've got us sat here talking about their puppet show.
All right, we're running out of time. Quickly, Alan, what does the future look like to you?
A bleak space where we've all been figuratively sodomized into submission.
No, of course. Katie?
We might be on the eve of a brave new world. God knows we need some change, but we need to be cautious. Let's walk forwards with our eyes open.
Two very different visions of the future there. Alan James, Katie Brightman, thank you for joining me. When we come back, I'll be investigating Law and Order before Megan meets some beneficiaries of the Assets and Wealth Act. That's all coming up tonight on the National Nightly News.
1 minute back.
You know, I think they might do some good.
I hope so too, Jeremy.
How much are you being paid by them then?
Shut the fuck up, Alan. I've never heard so much shit in my life.
Well, we'll see who's full of shit, won't we?
Alan, I can explain it to you, but unfortunately I can't understand it for you.
Well, I don't know what she meant by that.
All the ups and downs to help make you. Right, mate, Christ, I'm absolutely fucking fine, I tell you. How's it going, actually? Fuck it, I don't care, I hate the fucking music. Oh, bloody hell, I love this tune, though. All right, mate, see you later, bye.
She's good, you know she
Gregory
is.
Judge.
I'll put a word in, that's all I can do.
10 seconds, everybody. He's going to the big bird caught in the water.
If that sticks, I'll destroy you.
5, 4, 3.
Advance. Together.
Welcome back. In our second segment, we're going to be taking a deep dive into the state of law and order in our country. Advance have already tasked what they are calling a solutions team to move this serious social problem to the top of the list. Tonight, we go behind the headlines to meet the people who live with the criminal justice system every day of their lives. First up, we have Gregory Judge, a lawyer who sees the problems close up on the front line. Can you hear me, Gregory?
Yes, I've got you, Jeremy. Thanks for having me.
What's it like on the front line of the hard face of the cold hand of justice?
Well, as you can imagine, Jeremy, we are massively understaffed in this country. We're working every hour we can just to try and cope with the caseloads on our desks.
Which must affect the quality of support you can offer.
Well, we can barely keep up with demand, Jeremy. There just simply isn't enough being done at a systemic level to relieve the problem. We need more support from ministers. We need more support from ministers. We need change at a structural level, Jeremy. Not a good time, darling.
It never is it? Albeit my mother's. It never is it?
Just hang on. Just hang. No, the problem isn't a local one, Jeremy. It's nationwide. Just give me 5 minutes. I'm talking to Jeremy Thompson.
Oh, have you mentioned your affairs?
No. Well, the affairs of the Justice Department that we should be concerned about.
Hello, Mr. Donaldson.
Hello, Mrs. Judge.
Hello, Mr. Donaldson.
Hello, Mrs. Judge.
We need legislation to relieve the pressure on our public
Sorry to interrupt the news, Mr. Donaldson. Can I have a moment to tell my husband I'm leaving?
Yes, I totally understand. Yes. Quite the picture of a burdened legal sector there. Gregory Judge, thank you for joining us. Next, I'm joined by Police Chief Constable Bob Peel, a man with a very different perspective on our nation's crime. Do you think there's a problem with the system, Bob?
Well, I'm sure we all do, Jeremy. I am sure we all long for a return to the days when you could safely walk the streets of your community at night, looking in through windows and generally enjoying your neighbours without the risk of being terrorised by some thug with a knife or cop.
So you feel the streets simply aren't safe anymore? Where have we gone wrong, Bob?
Well, that's not a simple question, Jeremy, but I think it all comes down to moral decay. We've diluted ourselves and lost touch with what it means to be a citizen of this once great country. Also, as the vicar noted in Sunday's sermon, we probably shouldn't have banned hanging.
And to what do you attribute this moral decay?
Foreigners, gays and gypsies mainly. It's all in the Bible. Look, Leviticus clearly states that... Oh, bugger, hang on a moment. Jeremy, your bloody Gibbs escaped. Delia, could you give me a little help, please, dear?
Oh, no, I did it.
As I was saying, Jesus didn't like immigrants much, did he?
And just to be clear, you think it's the immigrants who are responsible for the moral decay?
Absolutely, Jeremy. Back in your box, Clive. Back in your box. Delia, I really could use a little help with this.
Oh, sorry, darling. I was saying the Badgers.
Yes, I'm talking to Jeremy Donaldson. Clive, could you put him back in the box?
Clive, you know it's Wednesday. Can't you go back in your dimmy space?
And whose responsibility is it to make a change, Bob?
Well, it is certainly not the responsibility of the decent, good, white people of this...
Where's the padlock?
Oh, hold on just a moment.
Clive, this simply won't do. Naughty boy. Mummy said...
Clive, I am not having this again.
Mummy said, get back in your place. No, naughty, you beast.
As I was saying, Jeremy, moral decay. Crime is the responsibility of the criminal, no one else. Look, everyone has a sob story, but we don't all end up as barbarians, do we? Look, when our daughter Alice comes home with an A-, does she go on a killing spree? No, she takes 3 of the pills and hides under the stairs like a normal child.
Thank you, Bob. Bob Peel there. We're locking down the police's position on morality force. And finally tonight, hopefully uninterrupted, it's time to get to the heart of the matter. It's time to get Tony Dawson has recently been released from prison after serving 3 years for aggravated assault, burglary, and menacing a SWAT. He's agreed to talk to us today, which is also, I believe, his birthday. Many happy returns, Tony. Many happy
Cheers,
returns,
Jez.
Tony.
Call me Titwank, Tony. Everybody else does.
No, I'm not going to be doing that. Can you tell us what it's like in prison, Tony? Can you tell us what it's like in prison, Tony?
Titwank prison's a mixed bag. Structure's quite nice, but it's a constant battle against institutionalisation, as you can imagine. And obviously, Titwanks are quite hard to come by.
I'm picking up that you're not alone there, Tony. I'm picking up that you're not alone there, Tony.
Yeah, sorry, my friends are throwing me a surprise party. Good bunch of lads.
Okay, well, we're trying to let you get back to that party as soon as possible. First, let me ask you this. Do you feel that your time spent in prison helped to rehabilitate you in any way, Tony?
Titwank Tony! I don't think it's as easy as that, Jez. I don't think it's as easy as that, Jez. Sopen! I think asking that is an oversimplification.
It sounds like it's getting quite busy there, Tony, but let's try and soldier on. Since leaving custody, have you been able to find a new job?
Yeah, all the boys are here. Big Chris, Little Chris, Big Chris, and Vampire Chris. Little Chris, and Vampire Chris.
This one's, yeah?
Yep. One sec, love. Titwank on the news. One sec, love. Rehabilitation's difficult with the current system, Jez. Just not set up for it, you know? It's inherently unjust, you know?
So, do you feel tempted to... I'm sorry, who's this now?
You are joking. Chrissy Freebollocks has only got Mr. Fancy, oh. Only got Mr. Fancy, oh. Not now, fellas, I'm on the news.
It seems like we've caught you at a bad time. It seems like we've caught you at a bad time.
I can't really hear you, mate. It's getting a bit busy here. Jesus.
Yes, we seem to be losing the signal here, Tony.
Fucking way, let's believe that!
Well, we're just trying to get that signal back. I think we... Yes, Tony? Tony, I mean, we're literally away for 2 seconds. How has this happened, Tony? Can you hear me? Well, we seem to have lost our train of thought there a little. Hopefully you, the viewer at home, have managed to gain a broader understanding of the serious and complex issues around law and order. After the break, Megan will be live with some plucky young thespians. Don't go away. We'll be back after these messages.
1 minute back, everybody.
Why bother
Mate, I ain't got long and I'm quite drunk. It's been a great night. In this next section, there's a bit of music. If you edit in time with the music, you can see the result on the Vision Mixer, and the public will love that. Don't worry if you don't, though. You won't get punished for it or nothing. Just try and stay in the groove. Also, one last tip. When the music starts, turn down the broadcast volume. Right, enjoy the music bit. God, I love music. God, I'm so pissed.
41% of women we surveyed said they loved their visible plates, and 7 out of 10 dentists would recommend it.
7? 10 seconds, everybody. It's supposed to be 9.
Judica Sean, because we said so.
5, 7, 4. It's a high number, but come on.
Welcome's Black. I'm Megan Wolf. Welcome's Black. I'm Megan Wolf. And on tonight's Culture Spot, I'll be chatting with one of the first beneficiaries of the Assets and Wealth Act, a team of inspiring young people who today received a grant College, who today received a grant from Advance to take their play, Hey, Friendship, on a tour of local secondary schools. Welcome to you all. Well, let's start with you two, Harriet and Charlotte Winstanley-Hamilton. Girls, you must be thrilled.
We are, Megan. We're overwhelmed, to be honest.
And I believe you two are sisters, is that right?
Yes, Charlotte's my older one. I'm the older, more popular one.
Harriet and Trey were really the ones who came up with the whole idea.
So, Harry and I were shooting the breeze in the cafeteria.
So I went to look for a drama teacher.
But she'd been laid off due to budget cuts. Fortunately, I directed a pantomime when I was at university, so I knew the ropes, as it were.
Right, yes, but you're the maths teacher, aren't you?
Yes, that's me, Jeff Algebra, maths teacher.
Maths is really important.
Oh, thanks, Steve.
Maths is really important.
Yeah, thanks, Steve.
As is theatre. It's one of the oldest art forms in history, Aristotle. I just think that when we travel around all these problem schools and the poor kids see us, they say, hey, I really want to be like those attractive kids. And that's a very beautiful and powerful thing. We touch our audiences and they touch us right back.
I suppose with a surname like Algebra, there was really only one choice of career for me. My wife, Angela, and I, we often laugh about it.
Angela Algebra.
Yes.
Angela Algebra.
Yes.
We just want to bring a bit of song and joy into people's lives.
And teach people about the difficult issues. The issues in the play are what really matter.
And I think you're going to be showing us an extract from this play, aren't you?
That's right. Put into context, I play a young first year who's having some troubles at school.
Her character doesn't actually have a name, yeah, because in a way she's like all of us.
It's like a metaphor. Maybe she's you at home, or like maybe she's you, Megan.
Maths is really important.
Yeah, thanks, Steve.
Put it in, coach.
Yes, thanks, Steve.
Right, well, I'm going to have a little chat with your teacher while you run off and get ready. I can't wait to see it. That's it, that way. So, Jeff, when did you first hear about the grant?
2 days ago. A letter from Advance arrived at the school. Now, the headmaster thought it was all a prank, but his secretary retrieved it from his bin and brought it to me.
How? How did you react?
I also threw it in the bin.
How did you react?
But then, Harriet and Trey rescued it, and they rang the number at the bottom of the page, and next thing you know, we're on tour.
Wow. Well, I think we can all guess which way you'll be voting from now on.
Do you know what? It's funny, because Angela and I don't usually vote. We're not very political. I'm a mathematician, of course, and she's a paraplegic mainly. But we did used to watch that Peter Clements DIY show back in the day, and so we thought, why not? Let's have a go at this whole democracy thing.
Okay.
And here we bally-well are.
Good stuff.
Fucking brilliant!
So, let's have a look at a short section of Hey, Friendship.
Dear Diary, I'm not sure I can take another day at this school. Another day of tears. Tears. Another day of fears. But still I walk the corridors alone. Dreading what might be around every corner.
What's around the corner? What's around the corner? What's around the corner?
Oh, hi Gary.
Oh heavens no! It's Gary the Fist! Oh heavens no!
Gary the Fist!
Going somewhere, little first year.
Great. I've been looking for some poor victim to bully all morning, but will this make me feel better about my violent father?
Excuse me, I'm late for maths. It's my favourite subject. And so important.
Maths is for losers.
What?
Maths is for losers.
My arm's stuck, coach.
Keep going, for fuck's sake!
Right.
Keep going, for fuck's sake!
Maths is for losers.
Come on,
now,
let the
give
game's
me your
started.
lunch money. Your lunch money. Now,
Double lunch for me today, but why am I only truly happy when I'm eating?
Not today, Gary the Fist. Not today.
What do you mean not today? Who are you? What do you mean not today? My arm's free, coach.
Brilliant, keep going!
Right, who are you to stand up to me? I, Gary the Fist. And you're just a sad little girl with two gay dads who's all alone.
That's where you're wrong, Gary the Fist. These are my two new friends. Vanessa is captain of the netball team. Yeah. And Blake owns a motorbike.
Yeah.
But I can't fight all three of you. And I don't have any friends of my own.
Take a look at me. Take a little look at my face. I could be you. She could be you. And you could be me.
Or you could be me.
Life can be cheeky.
Gary the Fist. People think that folks like me probably shouldn't exist, but that's just prejudice, and I'd do better if you knew the way that I became Gary the Fist.
I'm doing it.
I grew up on a council estate. The park was hip, but the flats weren't great. My dad used to come home drunk and late, and he'd hit my mum for dinner, he had to wait. Where's my dinner?
It's not ready.
Where's my dinner, woman?
Go.
Don't make me ask you again.
Hitting women is wrong.
I guess life's pretty hard on a council estate. 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 Life's pretty hard on a council estate.
Other people doing it.
Hard on a council estate.
Life can be peachy keen.
Yeah.
If you work as a team.
Just work as a team.
It's your
I'm doing
choice to
it.
be me.
It's my choice.
So stop now, make a different choice.
Listen to that inner voice.
Friendship.
Yes!
Well, thankfully that's all we have. Thankfully, that's all we have time for tonight on the National Nightly News. Join us tomorrow night for all the headlines from across the country. My name's Jeremy Donaldson. Have a peaceful night.
And we're out.
Oh, that was brilliant!
What the literal fuck was that?
I believe that was art.
I believe I've got a 14-inch cock, but it doesn't make it so.
I have a similar belief about an adequate paycheck.
Oh, someone please get these twats out of my studio.
I don't want to upset you, but
I'm not getting a bonus, am I?